Hello, 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 everyone. I just want to make sure that I am being heard. So I'm going to go on my iPad to make sure that you guys are able to hear me because I don't want no technical difficulties. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in to Living with Purpose. I am your girl, Shay Scott. And I just want to say, due to this rainy day, I hope that you guys still had an amazing day. I hope that it was all it could have been and more. If not, there is always tomorrow, God willing. But I wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in to Living with Purpose. And today is going to be slightly different. Let me see if I can hear. Can you guys hear me? Because I can't tell for some odd reason. It is not showing up. Can you hear me? Okay, hold on, let's see. I don't want. Okay, you can. You can. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Once again, I just want to say thank you for tuning in to my channel. And today's topic is just going to be simply straightforward. And that is all things work together for your good. All things work together for your good. And the question I have for you, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? So I thought it would be a great idea for me to just go ahead and jot some things down, just so I can kind of have an outline in terms of what it is that I really want to speak on. And we're going to go from there. So scripture says, Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. We celebrate each other's wins, the new house, the new car, someone just had a baby, somebody got a new job. But sometimes you have to really stop and pay attention to the things that God is doing in your life. And I think sometimes we get jaded from that and we start to feel discouraged and we start to go through God, when are you going to do something for me? Like everybody else, coming up in the world, like, what about me? And we forget that he has not forgotten about us. And so oftentimes you have to really learn how to separate the two, because I can attest that I have been one of those people where I look at everybody's win and although I'm genuinely happy for them, but I'd be like, I want to have a win too. I want to, achieve that goal that I've been working so hard on, or, whatever that looks like for you. But it's very important that you stop and look at the good that God is doing in your life. I also have here, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. And I'm sure a lot of you can, relate to that. Even the small things, like, dang, did I forget my laptop, or did I forget my purse? No, it's in the car. So even the small things count. God knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Now, listen, I know this all too well because, oftentimes we want so much, but have you ever took the time to just stop and tell God, thank you for the things that you currently have. Thank you for the accomplishments that you've currently made, or just blessings that have, came to surface within your family or your friends. And, oftentimes I have so many different examples of that meaning, which we're going to get to. I also have here, it could be in a song, words of encouragement from individuals, or just, you just got paid, and the car all of a sudden needs a repair. Now, I know a lot of us know that all too well, like, dang, I just got paid, but you got the money for the car repair. And sometimes you have to not look at the mere fact that it's like, dang, as soon as I get some money, it's gone. But just look at the mere fact that although the situation happened with your car, God provided the money, the funds for you to be able to get the repair. So we all go through that. We all experience that. We have so many wants and desires, but God knows what we need. Now, Lord knows what I have so many wants and desires. However, when it's His time, then I will receive those things in which He said that it is time for me to receive. Life be lifing. Yes, it be lifing. But God will always keep and won't ever leave you. For everything that the devil stole, God will return to you 10 times fold. Hey, cousin. Tuned in for me. Hey. And just keep in mind that all things work together for your good. You ever dream, hope, your every dream, your ever hope, desire, God is in control. What God has for you is for you, and no one can take that away. I think I gave the story back when I graduated from college, and I had got a phone call for a position, an editing position. And it was 2 weeks prior to my graduation. And I thought it was something bogus. And, I didn't really pay much attention. However, after I graduated, I was like, let me call and see if this is real. Let me call and see if this person is a real person and that this position actually exists. Long story short, it did exist, and the position was still available. And once I got the interview, I kind of put two and two together. Wasn't really as experienced in terms of the actual software in which they used. However, I knew exactly how things operated just off the base of my degree. And she saw the potential in me and hired me. And we're talking, this was 2 weeks prior to my graduation. So God held that position for me. So that meant that there was no one else that job position was meant for but me. And it waited for me. So just keep that in mind. What God has for you is for you, and no one can take that from you. We're not always going to make the right decisions, but His grace and mercy keeps us. Now, I know all of us can relate to that because we don't always, make the right decisions, but God doesn't love us less. He doesn't take His hands off of us. He loves us unconditionally, and He covers us and hopes that next time we make the better decision. Regardless of what you see before you, stay focused on your goals. Stay on the mission, for all things work together for your good. Now, I know this all too well because, we all go through things in life, and sometimes things happen suddenly and we don't have control over them. However, what we do know is that God is directing our paths. And I have to remind myself about that each and every day. There are so many things that I'm hoping to accomplish. Sometimes I get defeated. However, I'm able to pray, to process, to get myself back up and know that God is directing my path. I don't have the power to change anything, but God does. So I keep that in mind each and every day. So when I feel like I'm defeated, I have my family that's there to always, speak positivity over me. I have friends, that look out for me and talk to me and, just keep me grounded. And we all need that. All right. For example, you're on the highway and a car cuts you off seconds before the car gets into an accident. Seconds after the car gets into an accident. God blocked that from being you. For you're low on funds, but you manage to reach into your pants pocket and you find $20. God provided. Or you say you didn't have enough money, to get lunch, and your coworker just all of a sudden blesses you and say, hey, lunch on me. God did it. Or when one door closes, God opens the next door that manifests so much greater than you could ever expect it. And that was God. God did it. In closing, I just say to you, although the going gets tough, and you can't see the road ahead, remember that all things work together for your good. Life, it's funny how it goes, and it has so many different turns and directions. And oftentimes you feel lost, you get jaded, or you just feel like you want to give up. But I say to you, don't, because there is something ahead of you that is so worth the wait, that is so worth the trials and the tribulations, is so worth every tear, is so worth every frustration. You just got to let God do what he's doing and give him the opportunity to bless you, for you to see what is ahead. So don't get stuck in the right now. Don't get, discouraged, because like there's rain, but there's always sunshine ahead. And that's how you have to look at life. We're not going to be able to control everything. We're not going to be able to change things in an instant. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's process that have to be put in place in order for you to receive the gift that God has for you. And, like I always tell y'all, I be talking to y'all, but I be talking to myself too, because I too go through things. I too, deal with things on a day-to-day basis. And I have to be my own cheerleader sometimes, because, everybody has a life. Everybody has things that they're doing, that they're taking care of, so I don't take it personal. It's just one of those things where that in that moment and in that space and in that time, that is God saying to me, I am here. Talk to me. I'm listening. I'm here for you. You have to build that intimate relationship with God so that he can direct your path. Everybody's not going to have the answer. They have suggestions, but everyone's not going to have the answers to tell you what it is that you need to hear, what it is that you, hey, Tamaya, my boo could not be here today, but I will see you next time, girl. But yes, you have to just always keep those things in mind. And I know for me, like during this season of my life, it has truly, been kicking my butt. However, I know that this season of my life is preparing me to be to have a testimony to share with you all. Like in the process of it all, I deal with things on a day-to-day basis, but I keep my eyes on the prize. I stay focused. I keep going. I keep accomplishing goals, making day-to-day goals, doing what it is that I need to do, because I know this season of my life right now is definitely going to help someone else, because I do trust and believe that God has put in me everything that I need to be successful. And if I can do it, you can too. You will be amazed. Like, sometimes we look at these stars and we look at the people that have made it, and, we're like, wow, dang, I wish that was me. However, you don't know what it took for them to get to that point. So you have to be careful what you ask for. Everybody's story is different. Some people have success overnight. Some people, it took a little minute, but that in itself showed you, regardless of how long it took them to get there, they did not stop. And I feel like oftentimes people forget, like we all go through things in life. Would you say? Remember, you have survived 100% of your bad days. Listen, yes, sis. Like at the end of the day, it's I am thankful to God to have the strength to be able to sustain during this season of my life, because it ain't always easy. It's not always easy, but I'm just thankful that I am able to see another day, that God blesses me with the opportunity to sit here before you and just encourage you, just give you words of encouragement, whatever that looks like, whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. Sometimes it's not as easy. However, this is me living with purpose. And that's why I named the podcast channel what I named it, because of the simple fact that You don't know who's watching. You don't know who's in need of just words of encouragement, to be uplifted. They may not have that within their circle. They may not have that within their family. And so I take it upon myself to be that voice and say, hey, get up. You can do it. You can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. What you say? Thank you for the encouragement. Girl, you know how we do. You know how we do. We have to be here for one another. So yes, just keep in mind, regardless of the things that you are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, know that God is in control. And he will put no more on you than you can bear. It may seem hard. It may seem tough. It may be like, Lord Jesus, if it ain't one thing, it's another. But guess what? Just like the last situation you had and you got through it, you can get through this one too. So I just want to say to you, that concludes this segment. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, for I truly appreciate you. And I hope that you guys take heed of the information in which I received, because God put it in me to share with you. So I hope that this helped. Just know that God is in control. Everything is going to be okay. And what don't kill you will make you stronger. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. You know, it's raining outside, so you can get some hot chocolate or something, or some tea, some of y'all some wine, and cut up on that couch and just kick back and relax and get ready for the next day. But thank you so much for tuning in to Living with Purpose. I'm your girl, Shay Scott. And as I always say, just keep your mind stayed on him. Don't worry about what you see before you. That can trick you. But just stay in a positive light and know that God is in control and that everything is going to be okay. But that's it. That's all I got. Good night, boo. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. And until next time, peace out.